Hello and welcome. Welcome to Mills Hill Primary School. My name's Ian Mason. I'm the lucky person who's head teacher here. I'm the lucky person who gets to see amazing things taking place in school on a daily basis. And I'm the lucky person who's privileged enough to help work and develop with our children and watch them become the stars of the future. Welcome to our nursery induction meeting. This is the strangest induction meeting I've ever done. It's the first time I've not been able to meet parents and deliver this presentation in the school hall in front of you all. And this is literally the third time that I've actually used this software to record a message while showing a presentation. So please bear with me if there's any technical glitches as we progress through. I really won't take up very much of your time, probably 5 minutes, no more than that. I have to begin by saying these are the most challenging times that I've known in my career. The world of education is at this moment in time so much up in the air, we really don't have much idea as to what the future brings. We are obviously open, but only for a small number of children at the moment, and we are widening our opening, and we are looking towards September to see what the national plan is. As of Friday last week, it would appear that the national plan is for all children to be back in school, which is fantastic news if it can be done safely. But what we're currently waiting for will be the guidance that comes along with that ambition. And it'll be the guidance that determines how easy it is to do, whether it's possible or not, whether we need to phase that, whether we need to start from the beginning of September. Until we actually read the guidance, I genuinely don't know. And the guidance has been promised us within a couple of weeks, which obviously gets us quite close to the end of term. And I know you'll all be anxious as to what the arrangements are for your stars starting school. Until we get that guidance, I really can't say much more than that, really. So the likelihood is we'll be communicating with you probably in the summer holidays via email and via the school website once we have any more information to give you. So this is really just a general bit of information about Mills Hill. So like many schools, we have a mission statements, and our mission statements there in front of you to read. And it's the words in red that we are most interested in. If you were to sum up what we try to achieve at Mills Hill, we try to develop an inquiring mind and we try to develop a caring heart. And the two go hand in hand. And we carefully look at everything we do in school and we try to say, well, how does that link with inquiring minds and how does it link with caring hearts? And an inquiring mind is that love of learning. Developing in children that inquisitive nature, and they naturally have it because as parents we all know when our children are asking those why and what questions. But mummy, why does this happen? And then you give them an answer and then they come up with but why, and another but why, but what if, and that's fantastic, but at times annoying as a parent, and I've been there. But we need to nurture that. We need to make sure that our children continue to ask those questions as they move through education. And alongside that, we want a caring heart. It's important that our children learn to care for others, to care for the world in which they live, to care for the environment. It's important that children develop that ability to make relationships with people, to get on with people. And we will work at that just as much as we'll work at inquiring minds on their journey with us. So inquiring minds and caring hearts is pretty much what Mills Hill Primary School is about. And I know that at this stage we're talking about your child starting with us in nursery, and I have to point out that there is no guarantee of a place in reception because you've attended our nursery. You still have to go through the normal application process, which is to the local authority to secure a place in reception for the following September. So please make sure you do that. And there's always one or two that manage to forget that or miss it, and it can cause significant upset because there is absolutely no guaranteed place. You have to apply, and the local authority allocate your place at a school. So please remember that. I use this quote all the time when I'm talking about Mills Hill, and I know it's getting old now. It's 5 years old, really, pretty much. And it's what one parent said, is that Mills Hill is a great place for young people to grow into themselves. We talk to the children regularly about being the best version of them that they can be. And that's right through as they continue their journey with us. By the time our children leave us at the end of year 6, they're phenomenal young people. And I regularly say to them that they are the stars of the future. They are the future leaders of society. They can achieve anything pretty much if they put their minds to it. They have a huge array of skills, not just knowledge and facts, but a huge array of skills and that ability to work sensitively and in a caring way in a group of children, listening to others' views and sharing others' views and disagreeing, but disagreeing in a constructive way. So Mills Hill is a great place for young people to grow into themselves. I talked a little bit at the beginning about inquiring minds and caring hearts, and that's our logo, so our slogan as well. And it's on our sweatshirts, and it's on most of our policy documents, because it absolutely is the core of what we do. Whatever we do in a classroom will link in some way or another to an inquiring mind or a caring heart. So that's why I like to share the logo with you. Now, your children spend an awful lot of time at home, just as much as they spend an awful lot of time in school. And we can do our bit, and you can do your bit. And that's fantastic. But actually, if we can do that bit together, then it becomes much more powerful. So we will try our very, very best to establish a good line of communication with yourselves, so that we can talk to you about what's going on, and we can explain what might need to happen and what next steps of learning might be. So please, we will do our very, very best to establish that communication so that we can make the biggest impact on your children going forwards. Class teachers, the adults who work with your children will be around to speak to, but obviously sometimes they can't do that at the start of a school day when the children have just arrived. So we sometimes say, if it's going to be a longer conversation, please go to the school office and make an appointment. And the staff will be more than happy to sit down and talk through any particular difficulty that you might have. And that was it at this stage. And so I can finish by just reiterating, really, as soon as we know any more in terms of what the national plan and the guidance that comes with that is, then we'll be able to communicate how we are going to stagger our start times, when people are going to be invited in school, and all of that, which we can't do until we know exactly what the guidance is. So apologies, I can say no more than that. Have a lovely time. I do look forward to actually meeting you in person rather than talking remotely at a screen, because this does feel a little strange doing it this way. But hopefully sometime fairly soon in September, we'll be able to hook up properly and have a decent conversation, and we can start the process of developing your children into the amazing stars that they can become. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, finally, please remember to keep checking the website to look for information as well, and your email, and we will be in touch. Thank you so much. Bye.